We are going to import this spreadsheet into Lexchart to automatically create the organizational structure of Delta Airlines. So there are two things you should know about the spreadsheet itself. First is you need to save it as a CSV. Excel and Google Sheets, all the spreadsheet applications have a save as a comma delimited file format. The second thing is there's only a single header row here. So you'll want to remove any additional header rows that you have in your spreadsheet and keep it pretty straightforward from that perspective. Just a single header row and then all of your data underneath it. In Lexchart here, normally we would start with a new chart button, but in this time we're going to import. And Lexchart's going to say, well, let's go pick your file. So we're going to choose a file and we're going to say Delta Airlines new. And upload. Now, Lexchart is giving us an opportunity to interact with our spreadsheet and tell it where the data should go. So here we have our labels from that header row we just imported and then all of the data that we just talked through. So here are where we can make the assignments. So we have 5 choices. We can say this column is parent or child or data about the parent, data about the child, or data about the connection between the two or the link. So we already know this is our parent information and these are all of our subsidiaries. So we're going to say this is child information. These are the children of these parents here. And we have data about the children. So remember this jurisdiction information applies to the subsidiaries only there. And we're going to ignore the role. So you have several options and we're just going to choose ignore and Lexchart is going to skip these executive assignments here. And we've got data about the parents. So these titles will apply to these individuals here. And then we have link data. So this share information is information we want on the link, the line between the Vanguard Group and Delta Airlines. And same with the percentage information. Now notice that in some cases we have shares, which will be link data, but no percent. So Lexchart is just going to handle that. It's going to display both of these values on the line for Vanguard and BlackRock, but only one element for these individual officers here. And that's all of our data there. So we select import. And we have our chart. I'm going to make a few quick adjustments just to make it a little more readable and talk through what Lexchart has done. The first thing I'm going to do is switch to elbow lines just to clean up some of that distraction, although the curved lines are really useful in many cases. And I'm going to turn off the wrapping. It'll make our boxes a little longer or wider and shorter, but it'll just be a little easier to talk through them. And let's expand the gap a little bit so we can see these labels clearly. And we're done with that import.